conquering those I can't exercise regions. Reframe your thought and devise a solution to overcome obstacles. We've all been there. You set a goal to exercise regularly, but when the moment comes to get moving, your mind unleashes a torrent of excuses. I'm tired. It's cold outside. I don't want to spend money on a class. These mental blocks may explain why it's so hard to keep a New Year's resolution for longer than 4 months. So, how do you cut through them? The first step, experts say, is to stop thinking of them as excuses. Just using that word can suggest you failed and should feel bad about your willpower. Research has shown that self-criticism and shame can actually stop you from meeting your goals, said Kay, a behavioral scientist at the University of Pennsylvania and author of How to Change. Instead, reframe the reason you entered exercising as genuine obstacles and devise a plan to overcome them. Dr. M said most of us don't just need a goal, she said, but specific steps and strategies to follow. I asked the experts in exercise science and psychology to share their best advice for conquering common regions. People struggle to build an exercise habit. Here are their time-tested solutions. I have no time. If you face a jam-packed daily schedule, try starting small, said Ted Kay, an exercise physiologist at the Hospital for Special Surgery in New York. Instead of carving out 30 to 60 minutes several times a week, plan several short bursts of movement throughout the day. If you are not able to do much, doing anything is going to be helpful in so many ways, she said. For example, walk a few laps during lunch, she said, or sneak in squats between meetings. Ideally, you want these bursts to add up to the recommended 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity and 30 to 60 minutes of full body strength training per week. Or you could multitask. Try working or using a resistant band while on a phone call or watching TV, she said. If you want to have a dedicated workout window, Ms. B recommended taking a hard look at your calendar and asking yourself, is there anything that could go or anything you could trade for a dose of movement? Could you experiment with setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier? I feel self-conscious. If the thought of working out in front of other people make you want to crawl into a hole, know that you have options, said Kay, a running coach and body positive fitness influencer in New York City. The gym is really intimidating space, even for experienced exercises, she said. For some people, a solution might be exercising at home, but for others, Ms. R recommended taking a few steps to combat feelings of self-consciousness. First, remind yourself why you are there, whether it's to feel stronger or to train for a race. Reconnecting with your goal can help to show you up, she said. Second, designate a friend or family member who can text in the moment, who can support you when you are feeling vulnerable. Third, try a different gym, class, or group. If a space that makes you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, it's okay to leave. Ms. Ars said some spaces are more welcoming than others. The past few years have seen a burst of fitness offerings for people who may have historically felt unwelcome in gyms because of their gender or racial identity, body size or athletic ability, like pace at inclusive running clubs or gym marketed toward the LGBTQ communities. I don't want to spend money. You don't need a fancy gym to get fit, said the G, a physical therapist in New York City. There's not much you can do just with body weight, he said. It's pretty amazing. Planks, push-ups, lunges, squat, and pointers can all build strength, and regular stretching can cultivate the flexibility. For aerobic exercise, you can do jumping jacks or consider spending few dollars on a jump rope. If you have access to a safe outdoor space, you can walk, run, or strength train outside. Dr. W said, and get the added benefit of spending time in nature. For expert guidance, download the free workout app. It's too cold or hot. A shift in temperature doesn't have to be a bad thing. Think of the change in weather as an opportunity to try something new or include more variety in your routine, said Edward Philip, an associate professor of physical medicine and rehabilitation at Harvard Medical School. Maybe in the middle of the winter is a good time to bolster your strength training and work on your core, or finally engage in a Pilates class, or sink your teeth into some yoga, he said, or embrace the weather and try snowshoeing in the summer. Consider trading your run for a swim. The idea is not to necessarily say, but I've committed to running 3 miles a day, 6 days a week forever, he added. That said, as long as it's safe to exercise outside and you dress for the weather, occasionally working out in less than ideal temperatures can cultivate mental and emotional strength. Dr. W noted, you are getting even more mental challenge on top of your workout, and that's just going to make you better and more well prepared at anything you are doing in life. I don't have the space. If you have room for a yoga mat, you have enough space to get in a great workout, Dr. P said. You can get stronger and in better shape and more flexible in just a few square feet. He said as long as you can comfortably move your arms and legs without bumping into a wall or furniture. Beyond doing yoga, you could jump rope, but no body weighted exercises. Do body weighted exercises, lift dumbbells or kettlebells, stretch or use resistance band, Dr. W said. If exercising in close quarters feels too claustrophobic, consider an outside space. that you can make your gym, he said. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. It might seem counterintuitive, but for those who struggle with forms of chronic muscle or joint discomfort, like low back pain, neck pain, or pain from osteoarthritis and the rheumatoid arthritis, doing physical activity will likely help to make it better, Dr. P said. Chronic pain is awful, but for many people, being inactive is adding to that pain, he said. While exercise may not alleviate all pain, it can help people complete the daily activities with greater ease and expand what they are able to do comfortably, from, say, walking to the mailbox to going for a stroll on the beach or playing catch with a child. If you do more, you can then do more, Dr. P said. It's not a cure, it's a management. And open, you become stronger and more fit. The threshold for what causes pain goes up. If you live with chronic pain of any kind and want to be more active, talk to a doctor or an expert in exercise science who can guide you on the safest and the most effective movements for your condition. I'm exhausted all the time. When even the word exercise make you feel tired, experts recommend meeting your body where it is in a few different ways. I think the most practical way to approach this is to ask yourself, are you working out at the best time of day or best time of the week for your energy? Ms. B said, if you know that you have the most energy first thing in the morning and generally feel wiped in late afternoon, try working out early in the day. If getting started feels like a hurdle, Kay, a health psychologist and lecturer at Stanford University, recommend beginning with a mini workout designed to boost your state of mind. Exercising for the length of one song is great because your song will change your mood, she said. Do something that reminds you that it feels good to move. Remember that exercise doesn't have to be intense for it to count. Experts say stretching, yoga, Pilates, walking or jogging at a conversational pace are all great options. And finally, do what you can ensure that you are getting enough sleep. I just don't like it. If you have yet to find a form of movement that you enjoy, keep looking. Exercise doesn't have to mean going to the gym. It can be as simple as dancing alone in your living room, playing pickleball, or chasing after your kids or grandkids. Dr. M said, basically moving in any way that brings you joy. Plus, research has found that when we prioritize fun in movement, we are more likely to stick with it over time, Dr. M said. In the meantime, if you need an immediate incentive to move, try a trick Dr. M came up with called temptation bundling, in which you save a riveting audiobook, podcast, or TV show to enjoy while exercising. And only while exercising, or research suggests doing so may keep you coming back for more. I'm afraid of hurting myself. Exercise carries some risk, but remind yourself that the benefits of physical activity outweigh them. Dr. P said, if you remain sedentary, your risk of deleterious health effects is 100%. If you are new to exercise, recovering from any injury or haven't been active in a long time, start slow, cautioned Dr. T, a co-director of the Sports Cardiology Center at Cleveland Clinic. The best way to avoid getting injured is to progress gradually, not taking on too much too soon. Build confidence and use that confidence as your motivator to continue exercising in the long term, she said. For extra peace of mind, check in with a sports medicine expert who can advise on the safest and the most effective approach for your body. Conquering those I can't exercise regions. Reframe your thought and devise a solution to overcome obstacles.